Good evening and welcome to the P.A.D.D 200 from Michigan Speedway, People Against Distracted Driving. Today's race is at the Michigan D-shaped oval. Track is 2 miles in length, 18 degrees in each turn, 12 degrees on the front stretch, and 5 degrees on the back stretch. The front stretch is 3,600 feet long, and the back stretch is 2,242 feet. So we are going to have a great race here tonight. It's the P.A.D.D 200 from Michigan. Our admins for tonight's race are Mike Costa and Freddie Aldrich Jr. Laura Lawson is our director and producer, and my name is Wayne Finley, live in the booth to bring you the action from the race today. And welcome again to Michigan Speedway for the P.A.D.D 200. Our starting lineup tonight on the pole is Brad Lambie with a speed time of 40.147. Starting second, Stephen Tapley. Starting third, Wayne Feldman. On the outside of rotor 2, Cecil Reen. Starting fifth, Mike Kelleny. Starting sixth, Harold Lowry. Seventh is David Depew. Eighth, Edward Velarde. Starting in ninth tonight, Bob Roberts. 10th is Marty Sponslor. 11th is Mike Costa. And 12th position is Mark Russell. Starting 13th is Patrick Wilmer. Cars are rolling off behind the pace car. The great thing about Michigan is a very wide speedway. If your truck's tight, you can move a little bit higher on the racetrack, and if it's loose, you can get up to the top and run some pretty fast speeds. One place you don't want to get too low is turn 1 and 2. Trucks tend to get very loose there. The saving grace about Michigan is that if you get loose out of 2, the paved apron on the backstretch is wide enough that you can save that truck without crashing, as long as you don't hit the outside one. The cars are entering turn 3, and we'll be going green in just a minute. So sit back and enjoy the P.A.D.D 200 from Michigan Speedway. The pace car is in.
Green, green, green.
Green flag, and here we go. Brad Lambie jumps to the lead at the start of lap number 1. Brad's out to about a 5-truck lead as they go down the backstretch and dive off into turn 3. Second place, about 1/10 back, is Mike Kelleny, and they're side by side for third and fourth with Stephen Tapley and Cecil Reen. In our practice before qualifying, Brad Lambie, the 6th in practice, qualifies on the pole. He may have not been showing his hand, just what he had in that truck tonight. Brad's pulled out to a 9/10 lead over Mike Kelleny, and he is pulling away. Brad Lambie in first, Mike Collini in second, Steve Tapley third, and Harold Lowry fourth. And in fifth place is Cecil Reen. Single file back to sixth place. Currently on board with Marty Sponslor, looking ahead to traffic ahead. That's his view from the cockpit. Pack is kind of closed in on the 22 truck, so second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth are lined up nose to tail. And we should see some very good racing back here. Here at Michigan, the draft is very important. And going down the backstretch, two trucks running nose to tail can run considerably faster than one by itself. But in the turns, at high speeds, this is a fairly flat track, 18 degrees. You get right behind the truck in front of you and take some air off that rear spoiler. It'll make him get loose and give you the advantage to dive under him and take that position. Brad Lambie is in another zip code right now. Mike Collini has got some competition from behind there. Stephen Tapley in third, Marty Sponslor in fourth, and Mark Russell in fifth are all closing in. Brad's pulled out to a 2-second lead here. We're on laps. Mike Collini's got a challenge on the inside. Yeah, somebody just scraped the wall. We're on lap 7 here at the P.A.D.D 200 from Michigan. Mike Collini's been passed by 2 trucks and he's back to 4th. And here comes the 64 on the inside of the 22. Craig White in the 3s making the move down to the bottom of the racetrack. As we're now on lap 8 at Michigan. Mike Collini's back in 4th place. Last time past the scoring line. Go in car with Ed Velarde. Started at the back and he's far on the move right now. run in the draft, currently in the 6th position, the number 17 truck. Yeah, he picked up 0.2 of a second in that turn on 5th place. Craig White is in 5th place for the moment, but Ed Velarde has definitely got some speed. Up, we just had the 44 get in the wall coming out of number 2. Cecil Renee got a little loose there and scraped the wall. Doesn't appear to be very much damage, but any aero damage on the right front of that car will cause you some problems here at Michigan. As the cars come by our speed cam on the front stretch, you get just a little sense of how fast this track is. The 23 truck Marty Sponslor is pulled into 2nd position and has got that lead by Brad Lambie down to 1.4 seconds that final lap. And they are catching the leader. Brad Lambie's last lap was 41.184 seconds. Marty Sponslor's last lap was 40.9. Yep. Brad Lambie's last lap was 40.558, and Marty Sponslor's was 40.463. A little over a tenth faster. Got a big battle back here in the back of the pack, all running for position. 28 is in front there. He's running in 7th position. So 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th are all close there in a pretty tight race. Brad Lambie's last lap was 41.156 seconds as he enters turn number 1 at 179, crosses the line at 181 miles an hour. Hadn't had any lead changes, lap 17. And Mr. Brad Lambie in the 79 truck has been up front since the drop of the green flag. Marty Spencer's closed that gap down to .574. Brad's either pushing or a little bit loose, but the 23 truck of Marty Sponslor is closing in. Yep. Brad's got a challenge on the inside. Marty Sponslor is on the inside and is taking the lead. Brad's pulled right back in behind him to get that draft, so Marty doesn't get away. Go on board with Brad and watch Marty out in front there. Here at Michigan, the preferred line in the turns is about one lane up from the bottom and one. Gets pretty tight. The truck gets real loose if you get too close to the white line going into 1 and 2. And looks like Brad's going to get some more company. Mark Russell is also coming. Your leader now is Marty Sponslor. Brad Lambie in second, Mark Russell in third, and Craig White running in fourth position. Fifth position is Edward Velarde, Stephen Tapley in sixth, Harold Lowry seventh, Wayne Feldman eighth, Patrick Williman ninth, Cecil Reen in 10th, Mike Kelleny in 11th, David Pugh 12th, and Bob Roberts in 13th position. Brad is 0.4 back. Mark Russell is 0.4 right there side by side. I'd like to thank our producer, Laura Lawson, for the great graphics and great information she puts on the screen so that you can see it at home. Top three trucks have broken away from the rest of the pack. From our leader back to fourth place, which is Craig White, in the 3 truck, is 6.1 seconds. Just a minute, we're going to go to the start-finish cam so you can see the gap between our leaders and the rest of the field. All right, let's take a look at that camera from our start-finish line. Get just some idea what 6 seconds looks like here at Michigan. These trucks are running in excess of 180 miles an hour on the straightaways. Got a side-by-side battle back here. Yep, the 95 and the 17. Wayne Feldman just passed the 17 truck, and there's a couple of guys running behind him that are also battling for position. 64 and the 28 are close. The one thing you don't want to do here at Michigan is scrape off those 3M banners on that backstretch. And it damages your truck, and you don't want to see that red paint on there after the race. Let's look at our replay. The 66 truck hit the wall and apparently got some damage to that truck. Patrick Willman got into the wall, put some black tire marks up there, and looks like he's coming to the pits to get some repair. Quite a battle going on back here between the 17 and the 64. Wayne Feldman is out in front. Ed Velarde is behind him, and looking on the inside is the 64. Patrick Willman's truck had too much damage. He has gone to the garage for repair. We'll see later if he's able to rejoin the race. Harold Lowry is behind the 17 and looks for the moment like he may have a little faster truck. Here comes Stephen Tapley looking to the low side of the 64. Quite a battle back here for 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right now Wayne Feldman is in 5th position, and he's pulled away a little bit from the 17 truck of Ed Velarde. You know, 29 laps into the race, the air coming off the truck in front of you, the tires are getting a little worn, they've burned off some of the fuel, so the back of the truck getting a little bit light, and with only this 18-degree banking in the turn and 12 degrees on the front stretch, these trucks will get aero loose when somebody gets right behind you or inside on your quarter panel. At lap 30, our leader remains Marty Sponslor. Second place is Mark Russell. Brad Lambie in 3rd, and running 4th is Craig White, 8 seconds behind our leader. Once again, you're watching the P.A.D.D 200 live from Michigan International Speedway. That's people against distracted driving. So remember, when you drive, do not text. If at all possible, use a Bluetooth instead of holding your cell phone. Battle back here between the 23 and Mark Russell has caught our leader and is right on his bumper, which has allowed Brad Lambie to close up. So those three are nose to tail. And they're within about a second and a half of each other on lap 32 of the P.A.D. 200 from Michigan. Yes, Brad Lambie's a little bit quicker than our leaders now. Their trucks are probably going away a little bit. Brad is right on the bumper of Mark Russell in the 02, and they know he's back there. So we've got Marty Sponslor in first, Mark Russell in second, and breathing down their neck is Brad Lambie in the 79 truck, who was our pole sitter today. We've got that battle continuing up front. By now these guys are saying, man, I need some tires, I need some gas, and have not had a caution. So we're probably going to see green flag pit stops and not too many laps here at Michigan. If you, the fans, would like to know what it looks like if you were here at the racetrack live, we're going to give you the view from some of the fan positions here at Michigan. We hope you enjoy it. Brad got a little bit loose coming off the turn that time. Marty Sponsor's last lap was a 41.151. Mark Russell was a little quicker with a 41.220, and Brad Lambie with a 41.297. If that caution flag doesn't come out, we should look for green flag pit stops in the next 7 to 10 laps. Depends on, each driver's going to have his own strategy. Some of them may short pit to get a little bit better, get their new tires on there. But what you don't want to do the 44 truck of Cecil Reen has pitted. He's the first one to go in for Sunoco fuel and 4 good, brand new Goodyear Eagle racing tires. David Depew is also entered pit row in the 54. Cecil Reen in the 44 took 4 tires. He is back out on the, exiting the pit road, going back on the racetrack. Nothing feels any better than 4 new Goodyear tires here on this slick Michigan Speedway. Our pole sitter, Brad Lambie, number 79, is entering pit road. Brad's maintaining pit road speed at 55 miles an hour. You do not want to get a speeding ticket here. You don't want to overshoot your pits. The penalty for speeding on pit road is 15 seconds. That's valuable track position on the track. Wayne Feldman is entering the pits. The 54 was exiting. They almost had a collision. Brad is away. The 54, David Depew, has left the pits. The 95 of Wayne Feldman. The 95 had to back into his pits, and his pit crew really had to hustle to get him out of there without losing any more valuable time. Our leader, Marty Sponslor, is entering the pits. The 23 Silverado is on pit road now. Let's watch his pit stop. 23, our leader, Marty Sponslor, on pit road. He's got his 4 tires, and he is away. That was a good pit stop for Marty. Also on pit road now is Edward Velarde in the 17. Looks like everybody's taking 4 tires. And as soon as these green flag pit stops cycle through, we'll be able to see who our leader is. And if Marty made up any room on the track or lost some. Showing as our leader right now is the 02 truck of Mark Russell. 23, Marty Sponslor is running second. Edward Velarde's third. Brad Lambie fourth. Craig White, the 3 truck, is in 5th position. Looks like our leaders have all pitted, and back in number 1 position is Brad Lambie. Second, Marty Sponslor. Third, Mark Russell. Fourth, Craig White. Fifth, Wayne Feldman. Sixth, Stephen Tapley. Seventh is Mike Kelleny. Ed Velarde is in 8th, and Cecil Green in 9th. 10th position, Harold Lowry. Bob Roberts in 11th. David Depew in 12th. And off the track is Patrick Willman. Once again, you're watching the P.A.D.D. 200 from Michigan Speedway. People Against Distracted Driving is our sponsor for today's race, and we're glad you could be with us here at Michigan. Looks like Marty has gotten around Brad, and Marty Sponslor is back in the lead. Brad Lambie in the 79 is second. Mark Russell, two seconds back, is running third. Craig White in fourth, some 14 seconds back behind our leaders. Last lap for Marty was a 40.384 and Brad Lambie a 40.558. Those two in a draft, if they stay nose to tail and stay close enough, they can pull away from Mark Russell, who's currently running third, 2.4 seconds back from our leaders. I'd like to remind you that today our race is being broadcast on Great Sim Racing, and it's our producer director Laura Lawson. It's the home of affordable sim broadcasting. So your home for Great Sim Racing is RDL-TV. GreatSimRacing.com is the website, and we're glad to bring you the P.A.D.D 200 live from Michigan today. Got a pretty good race back here for 5th and 6th position between Steve and Tapley in the 28 and Wayne Feldman in the 95. Looking back from Stephen Tapley's truck, we can see Wayne Feldman rather, right in his tire tracks. We're almost halfway in today's P.A.D.D 200. In fact, leaders just took lap 51. Cecil Reen in the 44 truck. Hit the wall, got in the grass, saved the truck, and he's one of those drivers that's thankful that this Michigan is 5 and 6 lanes wide places, and the apron's wide enough that you can save your truck and not end up demolishing it and taking it back to the garage. Takes a lot of cameras and a lot of people to keep an eye on these trucks on this 2-mile racetrack. There's a lot of action going on here at the Michigan Speedway today. Mike Collini in the 22 truck is currently running in 7th position. His last lap was a 41.537. Wayne Feldman running in 5th. Last lap was a 41.265. In 4th position, Craig White. His last lap was a 41.244. Marty Sponslor still your leader on lap 55. He's got 0.3 of a second lead on Brad Lambie. Mark Russell's running third, 3 seconds back. And fourth is Craig White, who's 16 seconds back. Wayne Feldman is fifth. Mike Collini is sixth. Ed Velarde seventh. Harold Lowry eighth. Cecil Reen in ninth. Bob Roberts in 10th. Stephen Tapley Sr. in 11th. David Depew in 12th. 2 laps down. Those green flag pit stops came around lap 40, 39 to 42. So around lap 78 to 80, 81, we'll be expecting more green flag stops, and that could shake up the field a little bit. We've still got 9 trucks on the lead lap. Bob Roberts, Stephen Tapley are 1 lap down, and Dave Depew is 2 laps down. And off the track is Patrick Willman, still in the garage area. Mark. Just yellow flag, yellow flag. We've got debris on the racetrack. So this is great for our racers. Lap 58. I'm sure those that were behind will be glad to get the chance to get some fresh tires, Sunoco fuel, and get caught up to our leaders. Get our pit road camera in operation so you can see those drivers as they come in to make these first yellow flag pit stops of the day. And this yellow flag is brought to you by Great Sim Racing. GreatSimRacing.com to watch live action and replays anytime you would like to go back and see them. All right, trucks are coming to pit road. We'll watch our leaders and see. Pretty sure everybody under yellow is going to take 4 fresh Goodyear tires and then fill it up with Sunoco racing fuel. '79's got the right side tires on, going around to the left side. Looks like Brad Lambie in the '79 is going to be the first one off pit road. Followed by Marty Sponslor in the '23. Third's Mark Russell in the '02. Hey Marty, this is Wayne Finley up in the booth. Looks like your Silverado truck's pretty fast today.
Yeah, truck's been running really good. I have to hand some thanks to my teammate Mark here. He's helped me out quite a bit. Truck's been really good early. Just kind of concerned about the long run here, but obviously that'll take care of itself.
Looks like we're going to go back to green on maybe lap 62, which will give you about 38 laps of green flag if you stay green to the end. Do you think you have something for Brad and the rest of the gang there? You look pretty good so far.
Oh, you never know. These racing deals, Brad's got a pretty stout piece as well, you know. So you just never know how these things are going to shake out. We still got quite a bit to go here.
Did you make any adjustments on that pit stop?
No, actually, you know, I did think about dropping a little bit of tire pressure, but she's still so good that I just didn't want to mess with her.
All right, well, Marty, thank you for talking with us, and good luck the rest of the race. We really enjoyed the first part. We're looking forward to the last 38 or so laps under green here.
All right, well, thank you, Wayne.
That was Marty Sponslor, who came out of the pit second and was leading when the yellow flag came out. So on the restart, it's going to be Brad Lambie and Marty Sponslor on the front row, and we should see some exciting racing. The pack's going to be closed up here. Everybody's got fresh tires. They've got Sunoco racing fuel, and should have an exciting conclusion to the P.A.D.D 200 from Michigan Speedway. Today's race is brought to you by GreatSimRacing.com. For all your live racing entertainment, go online and you can watch replays anytime at your convenience. I'd like to thank Laura Lawson, our producer and director in the booth, and our spotters and admin today, Mike Costa and Freddie Ulrich Jr. Thank you guys for all your great work. Once again, this is Wayne Finley in the booth, and we're on lap 62. The laps are out on the pace car, and we will be coming to green the next time by the start finish line. Brad Lambie's on the lower side, outside Marty Sponslor. Row 2 is going to be Mark Russell, Wayne Feldman on the outside. And in row 3, Mike Kelleny and Cecil Reen. Cars are tightening up. They've dropped back a good bit behind the pace car. Pace car is on pit road.
Green flag, green flag.
And the green flag is out. Green, green, green. Let's go racing, boys. It should be an exciting the green flag on lap 63. Marty and Brad are side by side down the backstretch. Marty has pulled Brad by a car length and a half going into 3. Let's go in-car camera with Brad Lambie and just see his view from the cockpit. Back in third place is Mark Russell, Wayne Feldman in fourth, Cecil Reen in fifth. Go down the backstretch at 84 miles an hour into turn 3. Everybody's running single file, trying to stay in the draft and get as much speed as they can. Notice through 1 and 2, they stay about 1 lane up from that bottom white line. There's a little seam in the asphalt there. You do not want to get below that black seam. The truck has to get real loose with you there. Down the backstretch that time, looked like Mark Russell had a little more speed than Brad Lambie, closed up on him going into 3. But right now, first, second, and third are about two truck lengths apart. Here comes Mark Russell on the inside in the trial. And a great battle for second and third there between the 79 and the 02. O2 comes back on the inside of Brad. Now Brad pulls in behind the O2 to draft. So Mark Russell's in second, Brad Lambie in third, Wayne Feldman's now running in fourth position. You can look out the in-car camera from the O2 and see back at Brad Lambie. About a truck and a half separation as they go down that long backstretch. Marty Sponslor still our leader. Mark. Let's go on board camera with Cecil Renee and look at the action from his driver's seat. Cecil's currently running in 7th position with Edward Velarde in front of him and Harold Lowry just behind him. Top 4 trucks have pulled away. Wayne Feldman 7/10 behind our leader. Dave Depew has just crashed and spun down into the infield. Looks like he's possibly hit the wall near the entrance to pit road. Look at that replay. Dave Depew, the 54 truck, had a spin. That was a pretty hard hit by the 54. He'll have to take a ride to the infield medical center and get checked out before they'll let him back. And that truck looks like it has so much damage, it probably won't be back on the track today. The 3 of Craig White was right behind him. I think he got a little arrow loose, pushed up into the outside wall. came down and backed into the infield wall on that backstretch very, very hard. That paved area on the backstretch is wide, but not quite wide enough for that wreck. He hit it a ton, and that truck is probably through for the day. Back up front, Marty Sponslor still our leader, but Mark Russell is pulled within a truck length and giving him some pressure. Dave Depew is trying to drive that truck back to the pits to get it fixed. He's in the grass, going very slow. We're not sure if he's going to make it. They may take him to the medical center if he makes it to the pits and check him out. That was a pretty hard leg. But the yellow did not come out. The 54 is on pit road, barely rolling down to his pits. And we have a new leader here in the Michigan P.A.D.D 200. Mark Russell has gotten around the 23 of Marty Sponslor and taken the lead on lap 74. Mark's last lap was a 40.928. Marty Sponsor's was a 40.964. So our running order right now is Mark Russell is your leader, second Marty Sponslor, Brad Landy in third, and Wayne Feldman is running fourth. Some 2.3 seconds behind our leader. Go on board with Marty Sponslor. See the view from the cockpit of the 23 truck running currently in second position. It would appear right now that the 02, the 23, and the 79 truck have the field covered. They run through turns 3 and 4. Still in that order. Mark Russell's lap speed that time at the stripe was 186 miles an hour. Brad Landy pulls down on the inside. Brad Landy goes around Marty for second position. Marty Sponslor shuffled back to third. This is quite an exciting race here. We're on lap 77. Yes, Sponslor's in first place. Brad Landy's running second. And Mark Russell third. Mark Russell says not for long. The 02 comes back around Brad Landy, and he's in second place. And they are pretty much nose to tail for second and third. That bumper cam there on the 23. The bumper cam on the 02, looking back at Brad Lambie, where Silverado really gets big. Here at Michigan, you want that front spoiler right down on the racetrack, sealed off against the racetrack. You don't want any air to get up under that truck. You want to seal the front off, get that spoiler in the back down as far as you can to get as much speed on the straightaway as you possibly can. This time at the line, we're on lap 80, 20 laps remaining here in the P.A.D.D 200 from Michigan International Speedway. Let's take a look at fourth place, Wayne Feldman. Running the number 95, Wayne Feldman in fourth position. Mike Collini running in fifth place in the number 22 truck. Ed Velarde in the 17 truck, running in sixth position. Harold Lowry in the 64 truck running in seventh, and close behind him is Cecil Green in the 44 truck. And they may have a battle here pretty quick. Cecil is right in his tire tracks. Here we have in seventh, Harold Lowry running in seventh. In eighth place, Cecil Green. In ninth, Craig White. They're all right there battling out for those three positions. Looks like Cecil's lost their draft a little bit, dropped back just a little bit. About a half a second. He can stay in line and possibly close up and make that a three-way battle for that seventh spot. Right now, Harold Lowry in the 64 is running in seventh. Last lap for Harold Lowry was 40.766, and Cecil Green was 40.588. The last lap was a fastest lap for Lowry was a 41.593, and for Green a 41.647. Yes, Craig White has passed the 44 of Cecil Green and moved up into Our Back Through the Field view this afternoon has been brought to you by GreatSimRacing.com. Back up front, that battle is still going on between our three leaders. Marty Sponslor in first, Mark Russell in second, and Brad Lambie is in third position, nose to tail, about a truck length apart, entering turn 3. This time at the stripe, we start lap 86. And once again, those three are nose to tail in the leaders. Marty Sponslor, his last lap speed was 41.014. Yeah. Brad Lambie's on Mark Russell's bumper, letting him know he's there. The last lap for Marty was a 41.015. For Mark Russell was a 41.007. Very close lap times. I'm live. Got him off the bottom. All right, let's go to Mark Russell's bumper cam and look at that close competition up front with our leaders. Just as we say that, Brad Lambie says enough of running third, and he takes over second place. And he's going after our leader, Marty Sponslor. And he is closing on first place. As they exit turn 4 and head into the trial, Brad's truck's looking pretty strong. Maybe he was saving something in the last few laps here at Michigan. Mark Russell took a little peek on the inside, thought better of it on the backstretch, pulled right up to Brad's bumper. They dive off into 3. The 3 of them are nose to tail, 170 miles an hour. Mark got a little loose and got up next to the wall, lost 2 or 3 truck lengths. Race here on lap 90. Front 3 trucks have pulled away by some 7 seconds over Wayne Feldman, running in 4th position. Mike Collini is in 5th, 10 seconds back. Ed Velarde is 6th, about 13 seconds back. Ten laps to go here in the P.A.D.D 200 from Michigan International Speedway. 10 laps to decide the victor today. This should be some good racing. Let's give you a little peek from what our fans around the racetrack are seeing here at the end of the race. Our top 3 cars are running 2/10 quicker than the rest of the field. Previous lap for Marty was a 41. .074. And yep, Mark Russell's looking on the inside under Brad. They get really close coming out of 4. Down into the trial, they're side by side. Coming to lap 94. Of course, if you're Marty and look back and see those guys side to side, that's what you want to see, because if they're racing each other, then they're not racing you. Mark Russell's now in second, Brad Lamby in third. Looking out the back window of Marty's truck. Race that goes on behind him for second place right now. Can he hold that #1 spot? No more tires, no more gas, guys. What you've got now is what you're going to finish with. This Brad closing right up on the bumper. Mark Russell looks slow at the start-finish line. Marty's last lap was a 41.108. And Mark Russell ran a 41 flat. So Mark Russell was a little quicker than our leader. And at the stripe again, Marty Sponslor, still your leader, ran a 41.061. Mark Russell ran a 41.1, a little bit slower. Brad Lamby comes back on the inside, coming out of 2 down the backstretch, and they are door to door at 182 miles an hour. Brad had to back out the throttle a little bit. He almost got into the back of Mark. Doesn't want to do that. It surely hands the race to our leader. Brad's on Mark's bumper again as they come down the backstretch. The two of them could get hooked up and get to the inside of our leader. They may be able to drive by him. Brad's got some damage on the right front where he did get into the back. He got into the back of him again. Loosened him up. That wasn't a love tap, folks. He's letting Mark Russell know I'm here and I'm coming. While they're doing that, Marty's pulled away to about a 5 or 6 truck length advantage. About, well, it's 0.4 of a second now, as they go down the backstretch at 180 plus miles an hour. Coming out of turn 4, coming to the stripe to start lap 99. Brad Lamby's there again, right on Mark Russell's bumper. Mark Russell's last lap was 41.89. The leader ran a 41.132. Brad Lamby ran a 41.208. As they go down the backstretch, just 2 laps to go. Marty Sponslor still your leader, followed by Mark Russell in second, Brad Lamby in third, and Wayne Feldman back in 4th place. Mike Collini in 5th, Craig White in 6th. All right, lap 100, this is it. The white flag is out. Brad's coming back up to Mark's bumper again. They're in 3 and 4. This is his last chance to make a pass. Don't think they have anything for our leader, but this could decide 2nd and 3rd. Mark Russell brings it to the bottom line, and your winner of the P.A.D.D. 200 is Marty Sponslor. Second place, Mark Russell. Third to Brad Lambie. Fourth, Wayne Feldman. Mike Collini is in fifth. Craig White sixth. Edward Velarde in seventh. Harold Lowry eighth. Cecil Reen ninth. Bob Robertson 10th. 11th to Stephen Tapley. 12th, David Depew. And 13th place to Patrick Willman. We'll get an in-car interview with our winner just as soon as he gets back around the racetrack and does his burnouts. Once again, thank you for joining us today at the P.A.D.D. 200 live from Michigan International Speedway. Our sponsor, People Against Distracted Driving. Thanks again to GreatSimRacing.com TV and Laura Lawson for great production work. Hey Marty, this is Wayne Finley up in the booth. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, Wayne.
That was a very well run race. I bet the happiest day of your life was looking up in the mirror and seeing Brad and Mark go at it for second and third.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, they both had some pretty nice long run stuff. I was a little quicker maybe in the short run, but those guys were definitely quicker on the long run, mid to late.
Did you make any changes on that last pit stop?
No, I didn't make any changes. Like I say, it was nice once it got out front. That's where I was hoping to be. But the draft was pretty nice, kept everybody tight. So yeah, it was good, George. Good, enjoyed that race.
Well, very good. Congratulations again on your win today in the P.A.D.D. 200 here at Michigan, and we look forward to seeing you at our next race.
Well, thank you. I'd like to thank P.A.D.D. for putting this on, and you guys for broadcasting. It's been awesome.
Would you like to thank your sponsors?
Yeah, I'd like to thank MSOI and Bierman Furniture. It's MSOI is just a little business of my own. I have here locally here in Des Moines, Iowa.
Very good. Well, thank you for putting on a great show. I'm sure that our viewers enjoyed it. And once again, we're interviewing Marty Sponslor, the winner of the P.A.D.D. 200 here from Michigan International Speedway.